Hi YouTubers, so today I'm out in Washington DC, US Capitol. Right in front of me you'll see the fencing for the White House. As you guys are aware in news media, there has been a lot of protests from coming out from the White House and people standing up for human rights, Black Lives Matter, and all that stuff that played out ended up happening. The White House has extended the fencing all the way up to the sidewalk over here. As you guys can see, the public no longer has access to Lafayette Square, which is the place right before you get to the White House. It's usually a park. A lot of people gather there, eat lunch. A lot of White House staff actually that works in the White House will come out here and engage with the public. It's really a fun park, and you guys can see there's these black fencing that extend all the way down the White House. So I'm gonna walk through and you guys can see some of the stuff that's on the fence. On this side here you'll see St. John's Church. This is where the president had his photo up about 3 weeks ago. And then there's some police guards over there that's just watching out for the public. And over here we can see these various graffiti postings and graffiti on the fence for Black Lives Matter movement, and it just goes all the way down the fencing.
But it's not, it's just like a loud noise. It is, you don't hear that, it's just like a loud noise. And it has thick
So you guys can see the posting on the fence continues. I'm just stick a camera in between. Straight up ahead is the White House, and in front of that is Lafayette Square, which is a park for the public that's blocked off. And right up ahead here is where DC government, the mayor, has invoked an order that allows protesters to gather beyond the White House, Constitution. So we walk around. You guys can see over here we have a couple of media houses, some stores around the sidewalk here that sells merchandise. This is the front entrance of St. John's Church, and this is where the president stand and deliver his photo while holding the Bible. And I'm gonna take it out wide so you guys can see. That's St. John's Church. And over there is the White House, and down below on the sidewalk you guys can see there's some writing on the sidewalk that says Black Lives Matter. You can't really see it from the flat, but if you're flying above or with a drone you'll see it, the aerial shot. I'll put it in a video. You'll see the aerial shot of Black Lives Matter that was painted by DC government. DC is a district, it's actually not a state, and as a result DC is allowed to have their own government regulations compared to what the White House can offer. So that's why there's a separation between federal land, which is over there. Beyond those fences are federal land, and from the fence onwards is DC, which is a district land. So many of the regulations that are happening on the federal government does not apply to the state or district regulations. So I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna go to the National Mall next, show you guys what that looks like from the coronavirus perspective, and give you guys a little tour. All right, my friends, so over here we have the African American Smithsonian. All right, so over here we can see the African American Smithsonian Museum. As you guys can see, this is a phenomenal building. The exterior of the building has these beautiful patterns, and currently it's closed right now, but if you go inside of the museum, you'll find the shape of a slavery ship. So it's a representation of one of the ships that brought slaves to the United States, and it has different layers as you ride the escalator inside of the museum, which takes you to different centuries of slavery in the United States. The exterior is beautifully designed. It actually designed in such a way that it provides natural light into the building, as well as cool air circulation. But it's just fantastic building that it's a must-see once you come to Washington, D.C. To tour this African American Museum is going to be inspirational. I know every time I walk in there, it's just a humbling experience to see what many slaves had to deal with back in the 17th and 18th century, and to walk through memory lane of where we came from and where we are today is just a fantastic experience. I highly recommend, if you're ever in Washington, D.C., to make the time to come and visit this museum. You'll be blown away with some of the beautiful memories inside of the museum, as well as many of the African Americans who had significant impact in our lives today. That includes Martin Luther King and many other folks that everyone should be familiar with. I'm gonna pan over to my right, and as you pan over to the right, you guys will see over here is the statue, the iconic statue that you see in all those movies and Netflix series. You'll see the iconic pinnacle, and there it is. It's right across from the African American Museum, and it's just a great place to walk around, come and have a picnic, and visit. So I'm gonna walk around there. You guys can see the 52 flags around the pinnacle there for Lincoln Memorial Tower, and then we're gonna walk around towards the National Mall on our right. So all the way behind those trees is the National Mall, which comprises of many museums and many tourist attraction. It's also a nice place to go and run in the morning and afternoon. So we'll walk around and give you guys a tour. If we keep going down this corridor, you'll find the Holocaust Museum, and that is also a beautiful museum to visit. I'm gonna walk around to show you guys how that museum looks like from the outside. Due to the coronavirus, a lot of the museums are actually closed, so can't really take you guys inside, but at least you can see what it looks like from the outside. Alright, so I'm in front of the African American Smithsonian Museum. So here you guys can see there's actually, if you're not keen on walking, you can take the bus, which will drop you off right here. And then you walk into the entrance over there. And at the entrance, you actually don't need a ticket. So that's something that's fantastic about these museums in Washington, D.C. For any tourist or any visitor, all the museums, they don't require a ticket, so you don't need to pay for anything. You just walk in. As long as they're at capacity, they'll let you. They're not at capacity, they'll let you in, and you'll be able to experience all the culture, museum, and history here in DC. So again, you don't pay for anything. It's all covered by the District of Columbia government, and federal regulation does not require you to purchase a ticket because these are government buildings for government history. So here you go. I'll probably get a little closer so you guys can see how beautiful this building is. It's my favorite museum in Washington DC, and it's a great place to come and visit once you're here.